So I want us to discuss about some of the things we see in the dreams, some of the ones which you are aware of and the ones which you are not aware of. We don't have to waste much time, so I will have to start. Okay, let me start with praying and singing praises. There are times when you see yourself in the church praying, or you see yourself in a gathering of people praying or singing praises. It means divine protection. Whenever you see yourself praying in the dream or singing praises in the dream, be it in the church or anywhere, it means divine protection. God is still keeping his eyes on you. He's watching over you. His angels are all around you. They are still guiding you. They are still protecting you. They are still fighting for you. That is what that dream means. Praying in the dream, singing praises in the dream signifies divine protection. Then, whenever you dream and you see a uniformed man or uniformed men, that is, you see military men or you see policemen, it depends on the scenario of that dream. When you see military men or policemen or any uniformed men in your dream, it equally signifies divine protection. When you dream and you see them, they are not doing anything. They are not talking to you. They are just there. It means divine protection. But when you see them and they are after you, it's a spiritual attack. If they are trying to arrest you, it's a spiritual attack. In reality, it doesn't mean that you are going to have a police case or you are going to have a case with the military. No, but in reality, you are going to have a problem that can be bigger than you. You only need the grace of God to come out from that problem. That is what it means in reality. When you see the military men or the policemen arresting you in the dream or questioning you in the dream, that is an attack. That is what it signifies. Okay, but when you see them and they are just there, just sitting down or just roaming about, doing nothing, they're not talking to you, they're not doing anything, it signifies divine protection. That is what it means. Now, I want to talk to us about this particular one. It's very important, way too important, about our footwears, our slippers, our shoes, our sandals. I don't really like any dream that has to do with whatever we put on our leg, because it is most of the time, it tends towards negativity. It tends towards negativity. When you see your slippers or your shoe or your sandals in the dream, now I'm going to teach us about all these things and what they stand for. When you see someone gifting you a shoe or a slippers or a sandals, or you see yourself buying shoe or buying sandals or buying slippers, it means renewal of good health, of your health, and renewal of life. Renewal of health and renewal of life. That is adding longevity to you and making your health to be okay. That is what it means. When someone buys a shoe for you or slippers or sandals in the dream, or you buy it by yourself, that is a sign of good health and longevity. But when you see someone in the dream asking you to maybe pull off your shoe or your slippers for him or her to try on, or someone asking you to give him or her your shoe or your slippers, that is exchange of life. This is one of the reasons why I don't like any dream that has to do with footwear. That is exchange of life. So try as much as possible never to remove anything you put on your leg in the dream for someone else to take. Try as much as possible. The only way you can avert this is through prayers. Now, when you dream and you see and you notice in the dream that you are searching for your shoe or your slippers, or that someone took it, or that someone threw it away, or that you can't find it, is lost, It signifies death. There's no two ways about this one. It signifies death. So my advice to people whenever they come up with these dreams to me, to ask me that they are looking for their shoes or their slippers, I always advise them to go into serious prayers. If it's possible for you to contact those who can pray for you, let people know so that they will go into serious prayers. Because such prayers are not, if you are not that a prayerful person, you are not spiritually strong, it's not something that you alone can handle. It signifies death. That is, the spirit of death is not even that is around, but it is very close to you. It may not be you. It may be a member of your family. It must be something that will pain you. If it's not you, it's going to be a member of your family. I have a colleague, may her soul rest in peace. There was a day that we came to work and we discussed about, the office activities and what we are supposed to do. That was on a Friday, and we agreed to meet on a Monday because we had something important to do on a Monday. And then she decided to tell me the dream that she had, that she saw herself in the dream looking for her slippers. And then all of a sudden, she saw the slippers floating on top of the river. And so she went to collect the slippers, but the river carried the slippers away. And then a man appeared from nowhere and decided to help her and get the slippers. And so when the man wanted to hand the slippers over to her, she stretched out her hands to collect the slippers. The man turned, went into the middle of the river and threw the slippers there. And she woke up. So when she told me the dream and I asked her, did you try on your own to see if you can go into that river to get your slippers? She said no. She asked me why. I told her it's not a good dream. It signifies death. She said, how? I told her, I don't know. It may be you, it may not be you. If it's not you, it's somebody close to you. Okay? And I told her to go into prayers. And she told me that she's not that prayer person. She's not the prayer type, but that she will try and pray. And so the discussion ended there, and that was on a Friday, and we left. By Saturday morning, the husband called me to tell me that she's dead. She died, just like that. So if you dream of such a thing, your shoes, your slippers, your sandals, you can't find it. It got missing in the dream, or that someone took it, or anyhow, but that you are looking for it. You can avert this dream through prayers. And do you know that it is possible for you to go back to your dream and correct any mistake? Do you know that it's possible? If you dream of something that you don't like and then you wake up, it is possible for you to go back to that dream again to correct that thing. But going back to that dream again is not something that can take place that night, unless you are opportune for God to allow you to go back to that dream that night. The only way you can go back to that dream to correct that mistake is through prayers. You will have to keep on praying. Keep on reminding God of what you saw in that dream. I'm telling you from experience. Keep on reminding God of what you saw in that dream, that you want to correct it. Before 1 week, I'm telling you, before 1 week, you will dream of that same dream again. Everything will start afresh. And you will see that is giving you a second chance for you to correct it. And so when it gets to that point, now correcting it will determine, what will determine you correcting it is how prayerful you are, how powerful you are in the spiritual. That is what will determine if you can correct that mistake. So if you are not this prayer type, you are not into prayers, you better start it now. There are dreams that we will have and we wake up and you can't tell the ending of the dream. The dream just stopped at the middle, and at the middle, it is not a mission accomplished. You didn't complete anything, but it is something that you will want to complete in reality. Go deep into prayers, and God will take you back to that dream. It is very, very possible. I'm telling you from experience. Whenever I dream and I don't like how that dream ended. Maybe along the line I woke up and I know that there is nothing else I can do. What I do is to start praying. When I mean praying, I mean praying like mad. And I'll keep on reminding God to correct that thing that I didn't correct in the dream. And before 1 week, I will see myself in that same dream, at that same location, the same scenario. And I will correct that dream. So please, whenever you dream and along the line you just woke up and you don't like the dream, don't just overlook it. So many things happening in our world today are the things that we could have corrected, but because we overlook almost everything, that is why so many calamities are befalling us. Okay? So let me go to this one. If you dream where you see yourself entering inside a car, you entered inside the car and the car left, it is never a good dream. So many people believe that entering inside a car in the dream means that you will buy a car in reality, or that your life is getting better. No, it is never a good dream. Entering inside a car, and more especially when there is a driver, not you driving that car, when there is a driver in the car with passengers in the car, and then you enter inside that car and the car drives away. It is not a good dream. That is death. That is spirit of death. Those passengers, you think that they are passengers. They are not passengers. They are let me call them, they are spirits. They are waiting for you. They are waiting for you to enter into the car. And if you enter into that car and the car drives away, please know what to do. Know what to do. Because you must get down from that car if you still want to live. You have to get down from that car. Yes. You have to get down from that car. But for you not to enter into that car in the first place, you have to be a prayerful person. You have to be a prayerful person. See, whenever we sleep, we are still alive, yes. Our body is on the bed, sleeping, we are breathing. But our spirits will leave our body. They will leave our body and will wander into the spiritual realm. They will encounter so many things. Now, how prayerful and how powerful you are will determine what will happen to you in reality. That is why a lot of people sleep and they don't wake up. And there is no way they can tell what happened. But these are the things that normally happens. But there is nobody to tell us what actually happened to the person that didn't wake up. If you dream and you see yourself, whether it's a car, a transport, whatever, you saw yourself traveling to Lagos, saw yourself traveling to Abuja, please don't travel. It's not yet time for you to travel. Unless you know that you are well advanced in age. It's not yet time for you to travel. Get down from that car. Get down from that transport, okay? Go back to your house and you will leave. Now, let me go into this one about nature. Yes, I know we make use of nature whenever we are performing any spiritual exercises. We command nature to work for us in our favor. Whenever you dream and you see trees in the forest, and all of a sudden you start seeing those trees falling, it signifies also death. Whether you see somebody cutting the tree, whether you see a natural disaster bringing down the trees, whether you see the trees falling down by themselves, it means death. And it mainly signifies the death of a prominent person around you. Cutting down a tree through any human being or natural disaster or whatever signifies the death of a prominent person around you. It can be someone related to you. Anyhow, it signifies the death of a prominent person. Now, in this one, it doesn't mean that you that had the dream will be the person to die. No. Whenever you dream and see a tree that is being cut down or a tree that is falling down, it doesn't mean that you, the dreamer, will die. No, you are not the one that will die. It is somebody who is so important around you that will pass away. The only thing you guys need to do is when you see such a thing in the dream, you call your family members and you go into prayers and remember everybody. Let it be that you you put in something, you made an effort. Let it be that you made an effort. Don't just keep short. Cutting down trees in the dream is never a good sign. Okay? So let's talk about animals. When you see animals in the dream, more especially when you see dead animals, or you see yourself buying meat in the dream, or you see where butcher men are, cutting animals. When you see such a thing, it means bloodshed. Yes, bloodshed. The person might die, the person might not die, but it is bloodshed. Something terrible must happen. Something that can claim people's lives must happen. It can be accident. It can be gunshot. In reality, when you see such things, you going to the market to buy meat, it is not a good thing. It is not. Okay, somebody said something. If you dream where your slippers caught and you went and changed it, that's a wonderful dream. It is a wonderful dream. You saw your slippers caught in the dream. Cutting of your slippers is untimely death. And you change it. You have exchanged it for longevity. You have exchanged it for life. You have exchanged it for good health. It's a good dream. It's not a bad dream. Okay, so I was talking about seeing dead animals. You saw a dead animal in the dream. Or you saw where butcher men are cutting the meat that they are selling, or you went to go and buy a meat in the market, or these are the things that you are seeing in the dream. None of these things is ever a good dream. None of them at all. They are not good at all. Okay? What you have to do when you see such things, please go into prayers. Go into prayers. So that if there is any demon anywhere, anybody anywhere who is planning a loss of life for you or family member, or planning for you to, let there be a bloodshed or whatever, go into prayers. You can use Psalm 35 to pray against this dream. Seeing dead animals in the dream or buying meat in the dream. You can use Psalm 35 to pray against that. Now let's talk about eating in the dreams. Of course, this one is well known. It's well known. You see yourself eating fried rice, chicken, drinking milk. It's never good. It is never good. That is poisoning you spiritually. Poisoning you spiritually. You may not know who is doing that. It may be a human being. It may be a demon. You eating in the dream is never good. At all. It is never good. So when you eat in the dream and you wake up, please, just go into prayers and ask the Holy Spirit to purge you spiritually. Let the Holy Spirit purge you spiritually to remove all those spiritual poisons in your body, because when those spiritual poisons will start working, they will not work immediately you had that dream. They might not even work 1 month after. They can start 1 year after. And then you keep on going from one hospital to another with so many tests without any result, without any positive result. The hospital will not discover anything, but you are sick. These are the outcome of eating in the dream. Somebody said, with this hardship for Nigeria, people go eat more and more. Oh well, what do I have to say? I don't have anything to say in this world, but I just pray that we know how to handle ourselves spiritually. That is my prayer for everybody, that no matter what, no matter how hungry you are, because I know that there are times in the dream when you will be so hungry and then someone will offer you a plate of food. If you are not spiritually strong, you will accept that food and eat it. When you wake up, nothing will happen to you. Most of the times, it's not all about your health. Most of the times, it will just block your ways of progress. Yes, it's not just all about health. Sometimes they block your way. Where others will go and pass, you cannot cross over. You remain at a place. These are the reasons why we try so much to stop, to curtail eating in the dream. Even I myself, There are times when I will dream and I will be more than hungry, like I will be mad, searching for food to eat. It has happened to me several times. And then somebody will offer me that food for me to eat. The moment I will sit down to eat the food, I will see my mom. My mom will appear and order me to stand up and leave, that I have a lot to do. I always see my mom ordering me to stand up and leave. And I will tell her that I'm so hungry, I want to eat that food. She will refuse. If it requires that she will beat me, she will try to beat me, but she will not beat me. She has been my savior whenever I try to eat in the dream. Okay? Okay, someone said, I saw in my dream live animals in my late father's house, and animals laid down quietly around me. Nah. What kind of animals did you see? What kind of animals did you see? Because animals are of different types, and that is why I'm talking about, I talked about seeing dead animals, okay? Now, let me talk about when you see dogs in your dream. Dog is an animal. When you see a dog in your dream, whether the dog is looking at you, whether the dog is lying there, whether the dog is pursuing you, anyhow, but you saw a dog in your dream, that is witchcraft attack. Witchcraft attack. Whenever you see a dog or dogs in your dream, know that somebody somewhere is after your progress or even after your life. This time around, I'm not talking about demons. I'm talking about your fellow human being who doesn't want you to move ahead in life. Whenever you see a dog in your dream, whether the dog is sleeping or the dog is lying down or the dog is pursuing you or you are just, walking by and you saw a dog, it is a witchcraft attack. Please go into prayers. Go into prayers. You need prayers to fight that battle and tell God to expose whoever that is masking himself or herself as that dog. And should you see a dog biting you in the dream, it's not good. At all, it's not good. Any dog biting you in the dream is not good at all. So please, let us try and be prayerful. I'm not talking about having spiritual gift because it is not everybody that will have the spiritual gift, but let us try and be prayerful. Okay? So that when you see all these things in the dream, at least you try the little you can to attack them, because all these things, when you try to attack them in the dream, they will run. But they can turn back to pursue you when they notice that you are not all that spiritually strong. All right? So now let's talk about seeing masquerades in the dream. So many people has asked me this question, that whenever they sleep, they will see masquerade, either pursuing them or flogging them or whatever. It's not good. Seeing a masquerade pursuing you and flogging you is not good. It is equally an attack. You are having an attack. You are having an attack, and that attack is not from the pit of hell. It's not demons. It's your fellow human being. Your fellow human being. And for people who are having this kind of attacks, I want you to check your relationship with everyone around you. There are people that knows too much about you and they are not supposed to know anything about you. There are people that knows where you lay your head, how you lie down, how you sleep, how you eat, where you go to, when you go there, and when you are coming back. They are not supposed to know that. So check your relationship with people. Curtail people knowing too much about you. Curtail people knowing too much about you. Okay, now I want to tell you what to do in case you see a masquerade pursuing you in the dream or flogging you in the dream. Okay, what about bathing in the dream? Bathing in the dream is spiritual cleansing. It's a wonderful dream. It's spiritual cleansing. But where are you taking that bath? That is what we are looking at now. If you are taking that bath in your house, it is a spiritual cleansing. If you are bathing under the rain, it is a spiritual cleansing. But if you are bathing inside the river, it is a marine attack. Yes, it is a marine attack. They are trying to remind you that you are one of them. That is what it means. So where you are taking that bath matters. But bathing in the dream is spiritual cleansing. So I was talking about you seeing a masquerade in the dream pursuing you or flogging you, when you see this, when you dream of such a thing and you wake up, please try and get a raw bitter leaf, okay? Try and get a raw bitter leaf. Or maybe you see yourself fighting with someone in the dream, but you didn't overcome that person. Maybe along the line you woke up, the person didn't win the battle, you didn't win the battle, or the person is fighting more than you. When you wake up, try and get a raw bitter leaf. I've given us this teaching before, but I just want to repeat it again. When you get the raw bitter leaf, you pray with that bitter leaf, and then you wash it thoroughly and you pound it inside your mortar. Don't grind it. Pound it inside your mortar. After pounding it, you are going to make it to be in form of a paste, just like toothpaste. Now, before you take your shower in the morning, you take that pounded bitter leaf inside your bathroom. Remove everything you have on your body and apply it from your head to toe. When you are applying it, you keep on decreeing that you are removing whatever the enemy must have planted into your body as a result of that fight in the dream, or as a result of the flog that the masquerade gave you in the dream. After applying it all over your body, you give yourself a break of 2 to 3 minutes, and then you wash off the whole bitter leaf, take your normal bath. All right, do this because that bitter leaf will prevent you from falling sick. Whenever we have such dreams, if you are about to fall sick, it is this sickness that can make you think that you are dying. The sickness will be so severe. But to avert that sickness befalling you, or even if that sickness will come at all, is going to be mild. I want you to do this, all right? Use that bitter leaf paste to bath. Apply it all over your body and allow it, just give it a break of 2 minutes or 3 minutes, and then you wash it off and take your bath, okay? So, so sorry, somebody asked a question which how can one separate from marine spirit and face her spiritual calling? Separating from marine spirit is not an easy task. It's not something that can be, it's not something somebody can teach you online and do it. You can't even do it on your own. If you, unless you have that spiritual calling. But even if you have that spiritual calling, it's not something you can do in a day. It's not something you can do in under 1 month. It's not something you can do even under 1 year. The reason why is because these marine spirits are so stubborn. They are very stubborn. They are hard nuts to crack. No matter what you do, they will leave you. And after some time, when they notice that there is space around you spiritually, they will try to penetrate. Now, everything about liberating someone from marine spirits is not an online something. There is nothing you will benefit from this online something. And we have specialists in these cases. This is something you have to meet those who are specialists in this, and then they will help you out, because you need a practical work. You need a practical work apart from your normal prayers, apart from the prayers that they will give you to be praying on a daily basis. You need a practical work on your body to safeguard your body, to equip you spiritually, so that whenever they come again, because sometimes they don't come live, they come spiritually. When they come, they won't find your body attractive anymore. There won't be any space for them to penetrate your body anymore. Okay, so it's not something that we can teach online. You need to find those who are specialized in that field so that they will help you out. Now, I want us to talk about, of course, when you see snakes in the dream, even seeing snakes in reality is devilish. Not to talk of when you see it in a dream. Of course, it's an attack. It's an attack from the pit of hell. Okay, so all you need to do is to constant prayer. Just keep on praying. Keep on praying to stop that. And you try, for those who are seeing snakes always in their dreams, try as much as possible to be using spiritual products whenever you are bathing. Yes, more of cleansing, spiritual products when you are bathing, and constant prayer. The spiritual products will make your body like, when the snakes sees you in the dream anymore, they won't find your body attractive. Because the reason why people normally see snakes in the dream is because those snakes are demons that wants to possess you. They are not coming to kill you. They want to possess you. They want to act through you. They want to be walking through you. They are from the pit of hell. It is not snakes. See, snakes in the dream is not it's not always what the enemy is sent to people. No. Mainly when you are called, and the devil has tried so many ways in order to capture you so that you work for him, and it didn't work out, they come through snakes in the dreams to possess you. So you need spiritual products for your daily bed. You need prayers, constant prayers. Okay? Now let's talk about loss of handbags for ladies and for guys who normally wear all these crossing bags, or what do they call it? Loss of it in the dream. When you dream of where you are looking for your handbag, or you are looking for that crossing bag, know that somebody somewhere is preventing you from getting the connection that you are supposed to get. There is a connection that is about to happen in the spiritual realm, which will uplift you, and the enemy doesn't want you to get there. And how they do it is by stealing your bag in the dream. Your bag represents connection. Your bag represents documents. So when the enemy wants to prevent you from attaining that height, from reaching that goal, from getting that connection, they steal your bag in the dream. I have told us what to do. In case you have such a dream and you didn't find that bag and you wake up, start prayers immediately. It is not a day's prayer. It is not 2 days prayer. If you are lucky, before 1 week, you will find yourself in that scenario again in the dream for you to correct that mistake. And you must try as much as possible to find your bag and get it. So let me talk about see yourself carrying load, carrying sack, carrying luggage that is heavy. That is burden. That is burden. No matter how you look at it, it is burden. You are going to have, when I mean burden, I mean the load that you'll be carrying physically will be greater than you. Maybe you are the only person doing well in your family and the rest are not doing anything. The burden of that family will be on you. Everybody will bring his or her problem to you, and that problems will be weighing you down. That is burden. And such burdens, physically, they are not okay, because you cannot carry everybody along. You cannot carry everybody along. So I always advise people, as you are praying, first of all, make sure that you lift yourself up. I know it is God that lifts us up, but allow yourself to get to that height, first of all. And then from that height, you will start dragging everybody up, one after the other. But you cannot be at the bottom or at the middle just because you are okay and the burden is too much and you are trying to help everybody at the same time. They will all drag you down. That is that burden. They will all drag you down. And when they drag you down, they will be at the top. And who will lift you up? And in such situations, if you can agree with me, if you have ever experienced it in your family, when that main person is dragged down and everybody gets up, nobody cares to lend a helping hand to lift that first person up again. Nobody cares any longer. Everybody will just overlook you. They have gotten what they want. They are now okay. They will overlook you for you to start afresh and start struggling again to get to where they are. So I advise people, as you are lending that helping hand, as you are helping, don't cross your boundary. There are things you can do and things you cannot do. When it gets to that point that you can no longer help, focus on yourself. First of all, get to that height, first of all. Then from that height, you can throw in the ladder for them so that they will start coming up. So to avert that carrying sack, carrying burden, it is something you need to work on yourself. Apart from praying, work on yourself physically this time around, no longer spiritually. Now, let's talk about climbing mountains and climbing ladders. Of course, when you see yourself in the dream, climbing mountains, climbing ladders, that is promotion. Promotion is not only for civil servants. It comes in different ways. It's promotion. For someone who has been trekking, you don't have bicycle, not to talk of a motorcycle. Promotion can come in form of somebody gifting you a car. That is promotion. For civil servants, of course, you know your normal promotion. Assuming you are planning for a promotion exam and you have this dream, or you had this dream before you get the information that you will be going for a promotion exam, the results has already been given to you. Of course, you will scale through, you will pass. So when you are climbing the mountain or ladder in the dream, it means promotion. Now I want to talk about seeing yourself in the crowd, in a gathering of people, more especially in a gathering of strangers. Okay, somebody said, what about seeing a girl doing a demon action? What do you mean by demon action? Is it that the girl is possessed by demons or she's practicing evil? I want to know whichever way, if the girl is possessed or that she's practicing evil, of course, it's not a good dream now. It means that the demons are after you. Yes. And you can only fight demons with prayers. Demons are cowards. I don't know if you are aware. Demons are cowards. They are cowards. They are not strong. The only thing they do is that whenever they come to you, first of all, they will want to scare you. They come with fear so that you get scared and then you draw back. Then they will fight you. Demons are cowards. I prefer fighting a battle with demons to fighting a battle with my fellow human being. You see, we humans, we are more wicked than the demons. We are stronger than demons. We are more spiritual than demons. So I prefer fighting spiritual battles with demons because I will always win. I will always conquer them. But when you are fighting a spiritual battle with your fellow human being, that battle can last for as old as you are. And you will still not see the result. It will only take the grace of God for you to see the result. Okay, so if the girl is possessed or she's practicing a demonic activity or whatever, start praying. Start praying to equip yourself spiritually. When you equip yourself spiritually and this demon sees you in the dream, they know those who are equipped spiritually. They know those who are fortified spiritually. And when they see you, they remain powerless. Even if they want to operate, they can no longer operate to the extent that they want. And before you know it, they will vanish. Okay? So let me talk about when you have a dream where you are being shot. You dreamt where somebody shot you, whether on the head, on the hand, on the leg. The first question I always ask people is, after that gunshot, what happened? Did you wake up? Did you run away? What did you do? Some people will tell me that when they were shot, they woke up in the dream immediately. Some will say that when they are shot, they saw blood gushing out, but they didn't die. Whichever way is still not good. It is an attack. It is an attack, and it's not an attack from the demons. It is an attack from your fellow human being. Somebody who has seen that potential in you. Somebody who has already seen where you are going to. Somebody who has already seen what God has, how God will lift you higher. And they want to cut you short. Shooting you in the dream doesn't mean that in reality that somebody will shoot you with a gun. No. It's not what it means. In reality, it can come in form of sickness. A gradual sickness. You start having headache, constant headache. From having headache, you start having stomach pain. From stomach pain, it will now turn to fever. And you keep on going to the hospital. They'll keep on testing you. And what they'll be seeing in the test is malaria, typhoid fever, this, that. Every month, you are treating malaria and typhoid fever. Every month, you are treating headache and stomach pain. When it gets to that stage, know that it is an attack. If you have such dreams, sometimes it comes in form of health issue in reality. Nobody is going to shoot you gun in reality. It comes in form of health issue. It comes in form of blockages for you all around. Your ways of progress will be blocked. There is nothing you lay your hands on that will work. You keep on having hindrances every now and then. You need prayers, serious prayers. And I believe in something. Okay, somebody said my car's mirrors are marked with double line in shape of L. What is the meaning of this? Your cars and your mirror. See any mark you see on your mirror reflects you. Your mirror is just like you, the double of you. Not even the opposite of you, but the double of you. Your mirror reflects you spiritually. Any mark you see on your mirror in the dream is a mark that is a mark on you spiritually. They have already given you that mark. You are a target. You are a target. That is the meaning of that dream. You are a target. Now, the question now is, where is that attack coming from? So in this issue now, I will still want you to check your environment, where you are living, where you are working, where you are trading. You are a target. How do you communicate with people? What do people know about you? Seeing a mark on your mirror, no matter what is being written, it is something that has already been written on you spiritually. That wherever they see you, this is just like that, how do I put it? That a mark has already been given to you. Wherever they see you, they know that you are the one. It's just like those who are called the chosen ones that have this star on their forehead. It's not something that you can see physically, but you can see spiritually if you are spiritually gifted. That star is the mark that God has given them, and that star has made them a target in the kingdom of darkness. Anybody that has that star is a target in the kingdom of darkness, because the reason why you are a target is because God has already designed you that you are going to frustrate the kingdom of darkness. And so they will get ready for you and they will attack you from all angles. But if you don't have that star, yes, I know that if they want to punish you, they can still punish you, but you are not their headache. You are not their headache. But if you have that star, you are their headache and they will pursue you. So for you to see your car mirror, with a mark, letter L, written there, you have been marked. You have been marked. So marked for what now are we talking about? Marked for what? So I will advise you to start praying now. If you have not been praying, just start praying now. Whenever you are praying, tell God this particular dream that your mirror has been. Tell God to delete whatever that they have written on that mirror. That mirror reflects you. Let God delete whatever the enemy has written on your body that has made you to be, to become a target. All right? That is what you need to do. There's no two ways about it. Okay, somebody said, I've tried in so many ways. Nothing is working out. Okay, I don't get this question. It depends on what you are trying. What is it that you are trying that nothing is working out? What is it that you are trying? Okay, and another person said, they see them like oxygen, mostly black cobra. Can you just rephrase this question? Can you, ask me this question in a proper way so that I will understand it? Because I don't understand. They see them like oxygen, mostly black cobra. I don't understand this question. Okay, somebody said, please, what does seeing mushrooms means? Seeing mushrooms in a dream means it's not bad. It's a good dream. Yeah, I mean a good dream, but when you see a dead mushroom, that is where you have problem. Seeing mushrooms in a dream signifies progress, signifies good things coming your way. But whereby you see those mushrooms, like let me say that you saw the mushrooms in your dream in the morning and they were healthy. They look so healthy. And then by afternoon in that dream, you came out and the mushrooms are dead. It's not good. That is hindrance towards your way of progress. But once you see those mushrooms in the dream looking healthy, it is a good dream. Okay? And then let me see this question. Okay, I think let me continue with what I'm doing, and after I will go back to all these questions here, because I have just very few here. Now, I want to talk about you seeing yourself in a dream where you are wandering around in the bush. You are just going around inside the bush, from one end of the bush to another. That is it's not a good dream at all. It means someone who is at the verge of leaving this world. Wandering inside the bush is never a good dream. It means someone who is at the verge of leaving this world, but you are not so sure if you want to leave or if you want to stay. So when you see yourself wandering inside the bush and you wake up, I want you to pray very well so that you go back to that dream. I've told us this thing before. It is possible for you to go back to your former dream. It is possible. It can only be done through prayers. When you keep on praying and keep on telling God that you want to correct that mistake, God will make you to go back to that dream again, and you will see yourself exactly the same scenario, exactly the same dream, for you to correct that mistake. So in case you see yourself wandering inside the bush, you need to pray so that you go back to that dream and try as much as possible to find a way out, because there is a way out, but it's just that your physical eyes can no longer see that way, because your spirit being is looking towards a way of living the world. So you need to go back into prayers so that you try and find a way that will lead you out from that bush. Okay? So let's talk about cobwebs. So of course, cobwebs is very common. It can never signify anything good, not even in reality. It doesn't signify anything good in reality before we talk about the spiritual. So when you see yourself in the dream, in a house filled with cobwebs, that is hindrance. Progress will be so difficult for you. Forging ahead in life will be so difficult for you. You are entangled. That is what it means. You won't even know your left from your right. You are entangled. And when you see yourself in this kind of situation, in reality, I want you to check yourself. Nobody will notice you. Wherever you go, nobody notices you. Nobody will care about you. What others do to succeed, when you do it, you will never ever succeed. When people are being selected and you attend that thing, you won't even be seen, not to talk of selecting you. Even the commonest thing that people will be receiving, when it gets to your own turn, it will finish. You will not receive it because you are entangled in the spider's web, the cobwebs. You are entangled in it. But when you see yourself removing those cobwebs, cleaning up everywhere, removing every cobwebs, more especially all these thick, dark cobwebs. When you see yourself removing them, it means the light is coming into your life. It means your door of progress is being opened. Every hindrance is now leaving. They are now making way for you to succeed in life. So whenever you are dreaming of cobwebs, wherever you are, it is still prayers. It's not all about spiritual exercise. It is still prayers. That is how you can solve this problem. It's just like in my office. Whenever I dream, I always see my office covered with cobwebs. And everybody in that office will be sitting under that cobwebs comfortably. When I come in, I will notice that the cobwebs are dropping. They are about falling on people. And when I tell them, they will tell me no, that I should leave those cobwebs, that it's not disturbing them, that they are okay with it. And I will refuse to sit with them. I will walk away. Several times I have had this dream. Severally. And so one day I decided to come to work, and I told them of what I'm seeing concerning our office. And this my office. We all agree in our office that we are somehow under a course, under a spiritual course in that office. So, but it was through my dreams that from what I saw in the dream, the whole problem is coming from the building itself, not the staff. The problem that we are encountering in that office is coming from that structure, because it is not a government property. It is a house that was built by someone, and the office rented it out for use. And it is the house that is that problem. And I told them several times that this house is the reason why we are all passing through what we are passing through in this office, together with the cobwebs that I was seeing. But when I told them, they all laughed. They all laughed and told me that they have been in that office years before I joined them, this, that. So what I did was I went into prayers and I told God that I want to exempt myself spiritually from this office. Yes, physically, I will still be a staff, but spiritually, let me not be one of them any longer. And so God showed me what to do. And I did exactly that. I came to work one day with anointing oil, applied that anointing oil on my hands, used it to clean my table and my chair, because this is not something you have to do for everybody. A lot of people do not believe in all these spiritual products that we use. So let it not be that people will say that you are using charm inside the office and it's going to be a problem. So whatever I do it strictly for myself and for my space. If any other person wants to join me, no problem, you can join me. And so I used the anointing oil to clean my table and my chair, and I prayed over my space. I know prayers are being held in that office, but I am talking about how I exempted myself from that office spiritually. I cleaned my space. I swept the office by myself this time around. I told the cleaner that I will be the one to sweep my office, and she was shocked. I collected the broom from her. I swept the office. I mopped the office by myself because I added anointing oil into that water. And I mopped the office by myself, and I collected the long broom and removed every cobweb. And while I was removing the cobwebs, I started making declaration of how I want my stay in that office to be. And ever since then, that is how my stay has been. So when you see cobwebs in the dream, it is never a good thing. Go into prayers so that you know how to remove all of them. Now, somebody said, one woman said she dreams as, I don't understand this English at all. I don't understand it, my dear. Please, Alpha Prince, I want you to rewrite this question, okay? I don't understand, there are some punctuations maybe you must have missed, so I can't really understand what you wrote, okay? Alpha Prince, just ask the question, okay. What about riding bicycle or machine in a dream? No. Riding bicycle in a dream is not a good dream at all. Please, that is stress, unnecessary stress, burden. You are overworking yourself. You are overworking yourself. It's just like this saying that goes, monkey they walk, baboon they chop. That is what it means. Riding a bicycle in a dream, riding a machine. No, you're overworking yourself. Please, it's not good. When you see such things, go into prayers, okay, to stop it. It is someone struggling. What others can get on a platter of gold, you must struggle for you to get that thing. It's not good. It's not good at all. Okay, I'm trying to see the questions that people ask. Please, what, I don't understand all these questions. What does it mean what does it mean for someone to lose her shoe? Josephine, it's like you are just joining us you are just joining us now. You lost your shoe in the dream. Josephine, I want to be honest with you, but not to scare you away. It's not a good dream at all, okay? That is loss of life. It's not good. I'm not saying that you are the one that will die. No, I'm not saying that you are the one that will die, but it may be someone close to you. It might be you, it may be someone close to you. I want to be honest. Please, I want you to go into deep prayers, into serious prayers. Declare that every spirit of death hovering around you, hovering around your family member, be destroyed in the Holy Ghost fire. Keep on declaring this, that you shall not die. Your family members shall not die. You shall live to testify of the goodness of the Lord in the land of the living. Remind God of his promises when you are praying. Tell God that you or your family members, you shall not lose anybody so young. You will grow old, okay? Losing your shoe in a dream is not a good thing at all. It's not a good thing. So you have to go into serious prayers. Warfare prayers, preferably. Okay, Josephine, I've just answered you now, all right? Now. So, what is the meaning when you are carried on a bike? Cletus Williams 4. Someone carrying you on a bike. It is not a good dream, please. entering inside the car, traveling, going this, going here, going there, unless you are the one carrying somebody. If you are the one carrying somebody on a bike, no problem. But that someone is carrying you on a bike, please, it's not good. You don't have to enter into somebody's vehicle, no matter who that person is. Entering inside someone's vehicle in the dream, it's not good. Because what the demons normally do is that they will use the face of your loved one, and you believe that it is your loved one that is coming to pick you up. It is not your loved one. It is the demons who wants you to leave this earth that has portrayed themselves as your loved one, and they have come to take you untimely. Go back, okay? Start praying now. Let it be that you are the one that is carrying somebody, because if you are the one that is carrying somebody, it means you are going to render a help to someone who needs your help. All right? Okay. All the Louis 1, 2, 3, 4. Thank you. You are welcome. Your first time here. Thank you so much. You are welcome. Okay. What about being dropped off from a vehicle? Beautiful. Beautiful. That somebody dropped you off and you got down from that vehicle. It is a wonderful dream. Beautiful. It means you no longer want to continue with that journey, because that journey is a journey of no return. It's a journey of no return. So I love this dream that someone is dropping you off. Beautiful. You didn't continue with them anymore. That is what it means. Whether it is that the person is dropping you at your house, it is a wonderful dream. You are no longer continuing with them. Okay, please, how can you know if you have a call or God? As simple as ABCD. I want you to check your lifestyle. If you are called by God, there are so many weird things that you'll be experiencing. So many weird things at times when people are closer to you. Okay, I thought my light is going off. At times when people are closer to you, they will notice that queer character in you. You must be kind of a bit different from others in behavior. There are so many things, so many, how do I put it? So many things that you can't explain that will be happening around you. And then I want you to check amongst all those things happening around you, which one of them occurs every now and then. Whichever one that occurs every now and then is where God is channeling you to. Is where He's channeling you to. If you are called by God, there must be a gift, one or two gifts you must possess. From that gift, that is how you will know if you are called and where God has called you to work for Him. So I want you to check yourself. What is happening within you and around you? What are your experiences with life? What are you passing through? What are your challenges? Because sometimes from your challenges, you can now tell. Okay? So these are the few dreams. Thank you, Josephine. You are welcome. These are the few dreams that I just want to share with us. But if you have any dream that you don't understand and you want to know the meaning, I want you to write that dream down. Let's talk about it. Okay? Let us prevent the mishappenings around us. There are so many things that we can prevent, but it's just that most times we overlook them. Everybody that will not have that gift of vision. Okay, but I know that God speaks to us in so many ways, and this gift of dreams is normal, is everywhere. So many people have this gift of dreams, but it's just that we overlook it. To avoid people laughing at us when you tell them of what you saw in the dream, they will laugh at you and call you a dreamer. We tend to shy away from this gift, but it's a very wonderful gift. With this gift of dream, we can prevent a lot of evil things from happening. We can prevent a lot of them. So if you have any question, please, you call me and you ask me. It's not possible, Amara. It's not possible that a human being created by God will go to bed and sleep without dreaming. It's not possible. Tell me that you don't know if you are dreaming, and I will believe you. Yes. You can't tell whether you are dreaming or not. That is why you see that you don't dream. Every human being dreams. Some dreams makes meaning, some don't. As long as you're a human being and you go out on a daily basis, you interact with people. Once in a while, you must lie down and sleep, and your activities will replay again in your subconscious mind, and that is dream. And sometimes when God wants to speak to you, he comes through that dream to talk to you, and that is message from God. Is a gift. So that somebody will come out to say, I don't dream. It's not true. It's not true. You can't tell if you are dreaming. You can't tell if you are dreaming. Okay? You just can't tell. But saying that you don't dream is not true. It's not true. That means you are a robot. And I know that you are not a robot. Because it's only robots that can dream. As long as you're a human being, you do, but you can't tell. Because you don't remember. You don't even know if you're dreaming or not. You don't remember. So if you have any other question, any other person with any other question, but people misunderstood me early. I work hard to make people happy, but at the end they hurt me. Exactly. Exactly. And I want to be honest with you. It will continue to be so. If you think that they will just turn around all of a sudden and start loving you, it's not true. It's not true. The only thing is that if you are called, if you are spiritually called, as time goes on, as years goes by, all those people who hurt you will turn back. They will now be under you. That is how God has made it. No matter their status in life, as long as they need your help, they will be under you. And as years goes by, because when you are called and as years goes by, you mature spiritually. Your spirit, that is why you can see someone who is in his or her 20s, but who is spiritually called, and when they speak like someone in his 60s or 70s. Their spirits are more matured than the flesh. I don't understand. Ludo, black woman is God. She bettered humanity. There is no other God than her. Well, I don't understand this. Who is that God that is not the God of heaven and earth? I want to know that God, that woman that is God, that is not this God that I'm proclaiming. Because I cannot proclaim the name of any other God except Yahweh, Jehovah Jireh, the God of heaven and earth, the creator of the whole universe. I don't believe in any other God. So I don't know that woman who is God. I don't know the woman. What powers does she possess? Was she created by God? If she's created by God, then she's not God. She's just a human being. No, Josephine, I'm not tired of your questions. Please, just go ahead. I'm not tired, okay? Somebody just interrupted me. I'm not tired of your questions, okay? So if you have any questions, just ask me. But like I was telling you, people will keep on making fun of you. They will not value you for now. Yes, for now, they will not value you, but don't shy away. Don't shy away. Don't back out. If you are called, if you are spiritually gifted, keep on praying. Keep on calling on God. As you are praying, he's equipping you the more. And when God is equipping you the more, he will be bringing people to you. And as you are handling people's problems, that is how you'll be growing spiritually. Okay? And one day, all these people that are taunting you will come under you. That is how God has designed it. What can I do to remember my dreams? Amara, remembering your dreams is all about how your prayer life is. How is your prayer life? So many of us say that we pray. You pray in the morning, you don't pray at night. Or you pray at night, you don't pray in the morning. Sometimes people will just, for we the Catholics, you see someone who said that he or she is praying, you just do the sign of the cross and that's it. And that's the prayer. That is not prayer. Sign of the cross is not prayer. You are getting ready, but you haven't prayed. So it depends on your prayer life. You have to be prayerful, very prayerful. And being prayerful, whatever is your problem, whenever you are praying, keep on mentioning that particular thing. Keep on mentioning that particular thing. Maintain on that thing. And before you know it, that problem will be solved. Before you know it, it will be solved. Okay? Ludo, please, I don't know what you are saying. All religion worships are throughout the history. If you are worshiping whoever that person is, she is under my slippers. If you are worshiping a woman, that woman is under my slippers. Oh, she is a woman. She's not even that God that created the heaven and earth. She's powerless. She is powerless. Tell that woman that I, Ogechi, say that she is powerless. That she doesn't have any power. She's deceiving the ones, the gullible ones that she can deceive. If she is a human being, tell her that I say that it is better for her to humble herself before God. But if she's not a human being, if she's spirit, tell her that the God I worship is greater than her, and there is nothing she cannot do. So there is nobody that deserves to be worshipped on earth except God in heaven. Okay, so Josephine, you said I normally feel someone standing at my back whenever I'm in my kitchen. Okay. Josephine, you are okay. Did you ask me a question if you want to know you are called? Because from this question you are asking me, it is only those who are called that experiencing this. And whenever you feel the presence of anybody behind you, beside you, that is your guardian angel. Or some people call it spirit guide, who has been sent to watch over you. Whenever you feel the presence of any unseen being around you, I want to ask you, how do you feel when you feel that presence? Do you get scared? Do you shiver? Or do you just continue with your activities? Sometimes, those of us who are called, sometimes it is your guardian angel that comes to notify you of his presence around you, to reassure you of God's promises. Sometimes it is the demons who wants to fight you. They have come to monitor you, the monitoring spirits. So Josephine, I will advise you. I want you to, if you haven't been praying like, seriously, I want you to start it. Because I want you to experience that power of God. I want you to experience how God works. It is not something that you don't have to be scared. It's not scary. When you keep on praying, keep on telling God, if you are called, that you are ready to answer your call. Keep on telling him that you are ready to answer your call. And as you are saying this, he will be showing you where he has channeled you to. And then he will make your gift well known to you. And he will show you how to use your gift. And then you will start. Okay? So Amara, okay, you said, what can I do to remember my dreams? I want you to go deep into prayers, Amara. Go into prayers very well. Start praying morning and night. Start praying morning and night. And whenever you pray, tell God to help you make your dreams clearer. Tell him to make you remember your dreams. Okay? Sometimes the enemy will blindfold you spiritually so that you will not see your dream. You won't even know whether you are dreaming or not. And then the enemy will be planning behind you. But it's just that a lot of people will tell you that they don't have enemies. When I mean enemy, I don't mean a physical human being. I mean the devil. He remains the enemy and will forever be the enemy. When the devil wants to work against you, most of the times he blindfolds you spiritually, and you will not understand what you see around you, not to talk of your dreams. And then he will start planning on what to do against you. So through prayers, you can conquer. Through prayers, you can conquer. All the Lewis, your name is so scared for me to pronounce. I mean, so difficult for me to pronounce. So sorry if I have mispronounced it, but okay, you say you need to be more prayerful. Okay, just start by little. It's not something you can just start immediately and start praying for 1 hour, 2 hours. No, along the line you will break down. Start little. Even if it means praises, you can just sing praises alone, but at least sing praises unto God, okay? And then you stop. The next time you sing praises again. From praises, that is how people graduate. Before you know it, as you are praising God, you start praying immediately. And before you know it, you develop interest in prayer. And the more you pray, the more you will know what to say. But when you don't know, when you are not constant with prayer, you can't really know what to say. There are people that you will call up in the crowd and ask them to pray. For 30 minutes, they will still be warming up. They will still be warming up, waiting for someone to start that prayer. Even if you call them up in the family where they are staying and ask them to pray, for 20 minutes, they are still trying to gather the words that they will use. It is a sign of people who do not pray, who are not into prayers. So it is something that you will start little by little, little by little. Before you know it, you get used to it. All right? Yes, Josephine, I've answered you this question. When you feel the presence of someone behind you, wherever you are, even beside you, it depends on your feelings. Because I know that when the heavenly beings comes, they come with a different feeling. When the demonic ones comes, they come with a different feeling. When the angels, the heavenly beings visits you, once they come, they will remove everything called fear around you. They will make you comfortable. You will know that there is a presence of a being around you, but you will not be scared. But when the demonic ones come, you will feel like running away from your house. So it now depends on which feeling do you have. If you always feel scared, like you want to run away, you are so scared, you can't go from your room to kitchen, you want someone to go with you, you can't go from, then it is not an angelic visitation. It is from the demons. And it is from the demons because you are called. They want to scare you. They want to hijack that gift so that you succumb to them. Okay? So it is something that we still conquer through constant prayers. I think I'm going to block this Ludo or whatever he called his name. I think this is an antichrist. I'm not here to talk about any whatever, what do I call them? Any man-made God, anything that doesn't exist. Believe in whatever you believe in, but don't come to my page to tell me that my God is a God of slavery. When your God is a fellow human being that I can even handle by myself. Okay? So I think I have blocked him. I hope I've blocked him. I hope I've blocked him. All right, so let's continue. Okay, Josephine, good. Okay, that means it's heavenly visitations that you're experiencing. I thank God for you. I thank God for you. And I want you to continue with this way. Of course, you are going to experience so many obstacles. You are going to face so many obstacles, so many battles, spiritual battles. You are going to face rejection. You are going to face so many criticisms from people. But no matter what you are passing through, never you allow it to weigh you down. Never you allow it to weigh you down. You get what I'm telling you? Please, don't allow it to weigh you down, okay? All right? Okay, so, okay. So let me check another person. Thank you, Josephine. Thank you. You are welcome. Thank you. Okay. All right, Josephine. Your son always comes to you, asking you if you called him. Wow. Wow. How is your son's behavior? How is his behavior? And there is one thing I want you to teach your son. There is one thing I want you to teach your son, because demons sometimes capitalizes on this. Tell your son, whenever he hears anybody calls him, he should not answer immediately. Whenever he hears his name. And not just your son, I'm talking to everybody now, everybody watching me. I'm now talking to all of us now, based on this question that Josephine just asked me. There are times when you will hear your name, and then you get up, you go to somebody and ask the person, did you call me? And the person will say no. I know a lot of us will believe that it is the calling like the time of Jeremiah. No. When you hear your name and you walked up to somebody and asked, did you call me? And the person said no. You hear it a second time, you walk up to somebody and the person said no. Please, when the name comes a third time, don't answer. Don't answer. You go back to that person again and ask the person if he or she called you. The next thing I want you to do is I want you to decree a word, and you have to mean it. I want you to decree a word. You tell God that whoever it is that is calling you, if the calling is not of God, let God silence that mouth. But if it is God that is calling you, let him go ahead and deliver that message to you, whichever way he wants to deliver the message. Because most times, when you hear your name being called, I want to tell you the reality. Most times, I didn't say all the time, most times, when you hear your name being called, sometimes the enemy, the evil one, is somewhere conjuring evil. Just like whenever we are praying at midnight, maybe you want to call up someone's spirit. You want to, do something with the name of somebody. You start calling that person. You call the person 7 times, sometimes 14 times, sometimes 3 times. It is so with these evil people. Sometimes they are somewhere conjuring evil, and when they call you, you hear your name. The best thing is not to answer that. Don't answer. The moment you answer, assuming that person is somewhere conjuring evil, the moment you answer, he or she has captured you. And whatever he performs against you will work. That is why it is preferable when you hear, I will walk up to you and ask you if you call me. So Josephine, tell your son, whenever the voice calls him, he should come to you and ask you. And if you are not the one that is calling him, I want you to go into prayers with your son and make this declaration. Make this declaration that if it's God that is calling your son, let God make it manifest so that your son will know the God that is calling him. But if it is not God that is calling your son, let God silence that mouth. All right? Let God silence that mouth. Okay, Out the way, so sorry. Your name is too difficult for me to pronounce it, but whichever way I pronounce it, I hope you will not be mad at me. You said everything my first son does, he always gets delayed. Okay, spirit of delay. Spirit of delay. Sometimes it's not their fault. Sometimes it's not their fault. Okay? I will want you to, because this thing you wrote now, my first son experienced that. My first son experienced that when he was growing up. I thought my son was a dunce. I thought he doesn't know anything. As a growing up child, he doesn't know 1 + 1, doesn't know anything. And I always flog him. I flog him every now and then. And I thought it was his fault. I thought it's because he plays a lot. That's why he doesn't do it. He does nothing. He doesn't meet up with his mates at all. And it even got to secondary school level. At a point when he was in senior secondary, I had to visit the school and I met the school principal. I told him, I don't know what you guys are teaching, but I'm not seeing any improvement in my son. He's so slow, so slow. And the principal told me that my son is one of the best students in the school. He's quiet, he's a good boy, he's a nice boy, this and that. I told him, but I'm not seeing all those things. And that was before I answered my call, okay? Now, my husband and I, we got so worried about him in particular. We got so worried. But there was nothing we could do. I was just putting him in prayers whenever I'm praying because I wasn't seeing any improvement in him until I answered my call. And then God told me what to do for him and for the siblings. Because that same thing later transferred to the remaining siblings. And all of them followed suit. They started going back, never meeting up with their mates. And so I've given us that teaching on what to do. If you visit my page after this live stream, you can go to my page and you will see the videos where I talked about what you can do with coconut water, with honey and sugar. It is something that you will use to bathe your child. After doing that, and it's something you have to do at midnight, by 12 midnight, I want you to watch that video, okay? So that you practice that for your child. It will change everything. Your child will turn back to normal because my first son now, I'm still shocked at how he transformed. He's a grown guy now, but I'm still shocked at how he has transformed. Okay, so I want you to visit my page and see that video and practice that for your son. Okay. Okay. Patience Okene. I always dream seeing myself in my father's house. See yourself in your father's house. You are married, right? And you're seeing yourself in your father's house. Doing what in your father's house? Are you the first daughter? Are you the first daughter? Because you see yourself in your father's house. You are not the first daughter. You see yourself in your father's house. It's not supposed to be so. It's not supposed to be so. That is kind of drawing you back. That is kind of drawing you back. Unless that is the reason why I asked you if you are the first daughter, because if you are the first daughter, you have a role, spiritual and physically, to play in your father's house. First daughters don't just live like that. They have a role, spiritually and physically, to play in their father's house. And they'll keep on playing that role until the last day of their lives. Since you are not the first daughter and you always see yourself in your father's house, what is actually happening in that dream? When you see your father's house, what do you see? What is the scenario? What is the scenario of that dream? Are you just inside the house? Or where? I don't know. What is the scenario of the dream? What is actually taking place? Did you just see yourself inside your father's house, sitting down, doing nothing? Or what is going on? I want to know. But seeing yourself in your father's house, meanwhile you are married, is not okay. It's backwardness. It's drawing you back. I know you are not in Nigeria. Yes, I know. But you see yourself in your father's house, right? Your father's house, is it in Nigeria? If it's in Nigeria, I want to know what is the scenario of the dream. If you can remember the dream, what is the scenario? I mean, the environment. How did you see the environment? Because seeing yourself in your father's house, meanwhile you are married, is drawing you back. But the scenario will now explain what that dream is all about. Okay? So if any other person has any other question, please, you go ahead and ask, because in 10 minutes time, I am going to end this live stream. In 10 minutes time. If you have any other question about dreams or about anything happening around you spiritually, you can ask me in 10 minutes time. I will end this live stream. I hope I have answered the questions of those who have asked me so far. I hope I've answered your questions. I hope I didn't miss anybody. Okay? Cherry Franca, hi. Thank you for joining us. You are welcome. Thank you. So we talked about dreams and their meanings. And if you have any dream, all the wise, I don't know how to pronounce your name, so sorry, but thank you so much. Thank you. Thank you. You are welcome. Thank you for joining us, and I hope that you will join us next time. And I said that I will end this live stream in 10 minutes time. I'm just waiting for questions, but whereby there's no question coming, I might as well end it now. I want to thank those of us who have been with us from the beginning till now. I want to thank you all. For those who ask questions, I want to thank you all. And I pray that the answers that you are seeking be given to you by God. Because it is only God that will give you that answer that you seek, not human. And I pray that wherever you find yourself at the crossroad, let the angels of God surface and lead you through the right road. And I pray that whatsoever you lay your hands, that is not sin, will prosper. And I equally pray that as you are praying, let the Holy Spirit of God surround you to hear your prayers and carry your prayers to God. For those who liked, thank you so much. For those who gifted me, God bless you. Thank you so much. And I'm going to end this live stream now. I don't know when next I will come up, but if I don't come up tomorrow night, I will come up on Friday night. But I will notify us when I will come up, either tomorrow night or on Friday night. So I want to thank you all so very much. Thank you for joining us. May God bless you, reward you abundantly, be with you, watch over you, protect you, guide you, guard you, provide for you, and bless you all. In Jesus' mighty name I have prayed. Amen. Thank you all so very much, and God bless you. God bless you, Cherry. God bless you, everybody. Good night.